they're not being as loud as they were before when they were happy she was struggling. Y'all some haters. And I said it, haters. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, which I recently changed to the Rah Rah Report. I know in my last video I posted, I didn't really say anything, I just kind of changed the name and did some graphics, but yes, I am excited to say that this is now the channel that used to be the So Beautiful Me Sports Takes, and I just changed it to the Rah Rah Report. The reason for it is that I love my social media name, which is Soul, as in S-O-U-L, Beautiful Me, just meaning beautiful spirit, beautiful person inside and things like that. But I was like, that don't really fit the sports world. That don't really fit some of the shit I be wanting to get off. So with that being said, I was in Lowe's playback room. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's like actually playback.tv/Lowe's room. And one day KB said, hey, let's talk about Rah Rah. And I was like, Rah Rah? Who's Rah? And I was like, oh my God. I finally got a nickname that I actually love and that was feminine and cute, as opposed to sometimes where people have given me like masculine names like Rocky or Rack, and none of that hit. But Rah Rah just was like, okay, it's cute. I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. So I love it so much that I was like, most people just be like Rah Rah. So now that people call me that, I'm like, hey, I'm good with that. And so I came up with this concept like, I would rather use Rah Rah than to use So Beautiful Me and things like that. And so that's where the Rah Rah Report has came up with. With that being said, thank you guys so much for who are continuing to subscribe and to who has actually stayed when I am the worst, suckiest content creator in the world. Oh, but that's going to change. So I want to give you guys like a little bit of an update what's going on in my life, because so much has changed recently. If you follow me on Twitter, you're more than aware what's changed. I am no longer in California. I am no longer in Los Angeles, California. I recently moved to Atlanta. The reason why I'm being so happy about being in Atlanta is because listen, I have never been more happy, but I also have to take a moment to just brag about Mr. Legend of Winning, if you guys know him on here. Lo is the most amazing person, amazing man, truly like a great friend, a great, just everything you could ask for. And I started working for him now almost a year ago, and just a lot of things progressed with us as far as that went. And then like I was already trying to leave California. California is expensive. I was kind of tired of some drama, have some family drama. I'm not going to get into that because it's a show. This is going to be about other people, sports, keeping it like that. None of that bullshit. But I was just so ready to get out of California, and I thought I was going to move to Chicago. But long story short, I am happy to report that I moved to Atlanta. And part of me moving to Atlanta was, of course, for Mr. Lowe. And so I am just so happy because the opportunities has he afforded me and awarded me has changed my life. And I mean life-changing things thanks to just being in his world. And if you know him, and beyond the bullshit, beyond people being like trolling of him, he is one of the most incredible, helpfulest people there is in the content creation community, especially for basketball creators. He has opened the door for so many people, and he's just such a giving person. So he's also the person who's like, get your butt on here, along with my friend West, and said, hey, start making content more about WNBA. You're all on Twitter talking about it. Yes, my following on Twitter is being skyrocketing up, and I love that for me. But I was like, I can't get enough of my points across in 240 characters, and I got the like extra ones, but nah, I need to get some shit off my chest. So I was like, yeah, it's time to get back into this, and WNBA is on hot fire shit. I gotta be on it, and I gotta be honest, because nobody else wants to be honest. Or at least let me say this, a subsection of WNBA fans who feel like they're historians or feel like they're vets, feel like we have been here, they've decided we're going to be tribalism. We're going to tell people how they're supposed to support the game. We're going to tell them this and that. And sweeties, No, that's not how it goes. People are allowed to support the WNBA however they choose. And I am so happy for the league because for the first time in its, I want to say, creation, which I think is like 25 plus, maybe 27 years now. Sorry if I'm not correct on that exactly, because I know how people are. The WNBA is getting the attention that me, somebody who's been a fan, has been begging for years. They are getting the attention. People know players' names. People are speaking on it. People are arguing on it. People are debating on it. People are having real issues with dumb shit that's being said. And I already said in my last video where I'm giving that credit to is definitely Caitlin Clark and the newest rookies and things like that. I also keep on trying to reiterate, like, that doesn't take away or discredit the previous generation of former players who, yes, they were the ones who were the pioneers. They started it. And there's nothing wrong with giving them their flowers, giving them the ability to know, like, they did start it. I just think that is such a disingenuous thing for how WNBA fans, especially those here that are on Twitter, tend to think like they can gatekeep or they wanted it to be how they wanted it to be. Listen here. That's not fucking life. Ooh, let me say, I gotta stop cussing. That's not life, ladies. You guys are being ridiculous. Not only you guys are being ridiculous, you guys are being hypocrites. You guys have been hypocrites from the beginning. There was so much discourse because people were so mad about the attention that Caitlin Clark has brought. I've never seen a group of women who are more upset at a person who has brought and been bringing an audience than those who have decided they were going to hate on Caitlin Clark. Now, when I say this, everyone's like, it's not Caitlin Clark only. I shut up. I've been said this. No, Caitlin Clark is not the only reason why games are selling out. No, Caitlin Clark is not the Jesus and the savior, the Lord and savior of the WNBA. There was literally a craziness that happened today where somebody's like, oh, she didn't bring her tablets and save us. The WNBA was great. The product was there before and it just needed promotion. Lady, listen. The problem is you guys are too stupid to even understand that you're self-sabotaging your own league. You guys are too stupid to understand that you're actually part of the problem. You guys don't even want to give somebody credit who is actually brought in revenue and who is actually bringing an audience that it was not there and did not care about the WNBA for the entire existence. So yes, do I think the marketing for the WNBA could improve? 110%. But do I think that you're delusional 10 like Caitlin Clark or these other rookies or anything of like that nature didn't bring the audience? And for you to say the comment like, oh, she didn't save the WNBA. What the fuck are we doing here? This WNBA needed saving. You guys are losing money year in and year out. You guys were not even able to afford to get these players to be able to fly. What are you doing? Stop. So if you want to be nasty and disgusting and try to be making these dibs and jabs and tell Caitlin Clark she's not supposed to save the WNBA, but she's supposed to correct every fan, everybody else who says anything on her behalf. You guys are full of shit. You guys have been on this girl's head from the get, and you guys are super mad at her because she's done something that no one else has been able to do. And as opposed to what most fans would have sense and brains in any other league would be like, hey, like Tina Charles said,
building a great fan base. It's great that there's a fitting arena in Atlanta just to accommodate. Obviously, we know who Caitlin Clark is and what she's been able, her impact in this league and especially this year. So however we can get it, I'll take it for me personally. So just thankful that I'm able to be a part of it and still be here to witness it. Yeah.
Hey, she brought it on it. I'm cool with that. I like it. Hey, whatever. You guys have decided we're not giving her the credit. We did this. We did. Yes, you built this. You built it. Congratulations. The ladies that former players, you built it. You are the pioneers. You are credited for that. But it is such a weird thing that you guys refuse to give Caitlin Clark an ounce of credit for doing what has never been done. The WNBA, you guys were not bringing in sold out crowds. You guys were not able to get viewerships in the 1.6 million. You guys do not have those records. That did not happen, whether you want to see it or not, until Caitlin Clark. All I'm saying is that stop being nasty, stop being evil, and be a little bit more of supportive. Like you guys know, women love to complain. We're so supportive. We support women. No. You support the women you choose to support. You support women when you're bashing men. You don't support each other when it's just simply like, hey, this girl did something that no one else has done. You're like, she didn't only do it alone. No one said that, goofy ass. But is she instrumental to bringing an audience that wasn't there before? Yes. And you can lie about it, but it ain't going to change it. It happened. I'm not going to discuss this anymore. My rest of my time is going to be me discussing the topics about at hand. And the next topic is going to be Cheryl Swoops. Cheryl Swoops, a 4-time champion who decides she's just not going to like Caitlin Clark. Why doesn't she like Caitlin Clark? Because Caitlin Clark is the white girl who's breaking records. So Cheryl Swoops has such an issue with her. We're going to talk about that space. With that being said, you guys, make sure you guys do me a favor. Subscribe, like, comment, share, do all that good shit. Because I really am going to grow this. And that's why I didn't promote the first video. Plus, like the first video, I was actually just going to do a Twitter rant and post that video. And then I ended up going on a rant for 7 minutes. And it was like, damn, I wasn't trying to. I had it on a vertical thing because I was like, I'm not trying to. When I was recording from my phone, I was literally just going to post that on Twitter. But we here. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to give you guys content. I'm not only going to discuss the WNBA. I have not spoken about the baseball Yankees at all. Why? Because I've decided that the Yankees and the 49ers have hurt me so much that I will not go through a season again of bragging about my team for them to only fail in the playoffs. That's how traumatized I am. But I still love my Yankees. And so I will definitely be discussing other things, but yeah, I'm going to start discussing the discourse in the WNBA because I feel like we need some level-headed people, especially when you're speaking of black women, because like I said, there's a subsection of black women who have decided that they want to be tribalism. They don't want to give credit to Caitlin. They don't want to give credit to any of these newer rookies. Or if they do, you have to give credit to the black ones. And I do understand there's an activist there. This is an activist league. I do understand people want to protect the LGBTQ community. I do understand people want to protect black women. All of these things can still happen, and you can still actually have some common sense and stop being so biased. If I tell you one more time, if I keep getting, because I'm a supporter of Caitlin Clark, if I get told I am a coon, or if I get told I'm anti-black, or I'm a race traitor, or all these different things that they continue to tell anyone who supports Caitlin Clark, or that you're racist or anything like this, I'm going to scream, start knocking people out. Because you wouldn't be that bold in real life. You wouldn't. So calm down. With that being said, you guys, stay tuned for my next video because we're going to deep dive into a few things. We're going to deep dive into where in the timeline of how people went from Caitlin Clark, gleeful, she sucks, she's not living up to the hype, to now her living up to the hype, and now they're all quiet. Not only are they all quiet, but they're all determined to still not even make mention, or they're not being as loud as they were before when they were happy she was struggling. Y'all some haters. And I said it, haters. But yeah, subscribe, like. You're going to like what I'm doing over here now. Peace out.